That's the moon tonight. Pew, pew. The moon is very bright tonight.
Greetings from Salty Bitten Adventures. I'm Mackenzie, and this is Hannon. Join us on our year-long adventure as we cruise America's Great Loop on our Ranger Tug. It's the heaviest rain we've driven in. We got our radar going. Just following the channel markers. Still in Kentucky Lake. All right, what just happened?
We're at Pebble Isle Marina, and they deliver hot cinnamon rolls.
To you in the morning.
Just come by your boat, give you a cinnamon roll. So we're gonna have some more coffee now.
That's pretty nice.
For a rainy morning. I mean, sounds good.
Awesome. Got a couple people be curious about how our procedure looks when we're getting ready to go underway. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a few things that we do in prep. So first thing is I vacuum. I'm not going to show that, but I don't like dog hair all over the place before we're getting ready to leave. Anyway, we go down here. We go to where our control switches are. And what we do is we flip off the breakers that we have active right now, which for right now is going to be air conditioner, battery charger, microwave, starboard and port outlets. Then I flip shore power, then I flip that shore power. So there's two, one there, and then the main switch right there. That will remain as green until I actually pull the plug. So at that point, we can go ahead and pull our plug, which is located right here. We have a little cap for it too, and it does have a cover. See that Pebble Isle Marina, which is in Tennessee. Where we were tied up was actually a part of this, just this long pier, this long dock here, which is our favorite because it's super easy. We weren't in an actual slip, but our boat doesn't draft much, so they put us all the way up front, which was nice. She's got the marina store right there, fuel dock, bathrooms. But the shower facilities were a little higher up. But when we're getting ready to leave, departing will look a little different when we're in an actual slip, but not that much different. Most of the time we'll untie the bow line first, because we'll have the engine going and we can use the bow thrusters to keep us in place most of the time. So we'll untie this line first. We only needed 2 lines because we were on this big long dock. Normally you'd have a spring line, which we attach to either this cleat right here or this cleat right here. And that's just to prevent either your engine or your bow from bumping up against a typical slip. But can't really bump into anything, so we did not need a 3rd line. So we'll take off the bow line. We'll take off these 2 fenders. And then we'll take off the stern line. And when the stern line's good, either myself or Hannon, a lot of times will kind of walk us out of the slip just a little bit, and then give us a push away from the dock, and then we engage the engine and then go on our way, which we'll demonstrate here in a little bit. We're getting ready to go underway. what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start our Garmin screen by pressing and holding the power button until it turns on. It actually takes a good 10-15 seconds to warm up. And then we will go over here and press the bow thruster power button, which will then generate a red light, probably difficult to see, but the red light's on. And we're gonna go ahead and press and hold our radio until that turns on. Then our ignition switch for the engine is right here. When you flip it just one over, it's going to go ahead and turn on the Yamaha screen right there. All right, so the Garmin screen is warmed up, so I'm just going to press I agree for the warning, and then it's going to populate our map.
All right, babe, TV's locked in place.
Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start our engine. So just press to the right, and it turns on. You will notice that this says C right here. That means that the engine is cool. We want to wait until that disappears. We'll know we're good to go. Good to go ahead and move off the dock. All right, so we're just going to move off of the dock and head over to the fuel dock. So we're going to load up on about 40 gallons of fuel. So as discussed earlier, Hannon is on the dock, and he's going to untie the bow line, or the bow line first. Usually like to have kind of a plan before we leave the dock. You just kind of take a look at the wind or current and which direction it's going.
Bow line's untied.
Okay. Right now we got a little bit of wind coming from the stern side forward, so it would kind of push us into the land a little bit. See, our bow's actually drifting left just a little bit, so I can use the bow thruster to the right,
okay,
just to get us
untied.
close. All right, so we got the bow and stern lines untied, and Hannah's just going to give me a little push.
All right, you're free.
Thank you.
See you in a minute.
Okay. I'm going to go to the left just a little. I'm in reverse at the moment. Just going to kind of do a big U, drift off the dock. Turning the wheel to the left, the engine goes in reverse to the left. We kept our fenders on today because, like I said earlier, we're going to go to the fuel dock, so we might as well keep the fenders on, just in case. Alright, I'm now in a good position to put in neutral, turn the wheel all the way to the right, and now I'm going in forward. All of our tanks are located on the starboard side, so I'm going to want to park the boat on the starboard side. That way we can access the gas a little easier. But our wastewater tank, our black tank, and our freshwater tank are also located on the starboard side. Because I'm kind of new to boating, getting more experience obviously, we're a month in now. I'm a big believer in the whole slow is smooth, smooth is fast mentality. Can't really hurt anything too much when you're going half a mile an hour, so if you bump your boat, hey, that's okay. But if you're going slow, it doesn't hurt anything. Alright, we're getting ready to approach the fuel dock. Currently parallel with it, but I'm about 50 yards off. I'm going to go ahead and do a big sweeping U motion in order to get the boat lined up on the starboard side so that we can do our fuel. Go ahead and execute that turn by just turning left. Got a little bit of wind today. Right now we are in forward idle, which is 500 RPMs, and that is currently 2.8 miles per hour. When I get a little closer, I'm going to kind of pop it in and out of forward and neutral. Just like I said earlier, rather not hit anything too quick neutral for the first time. Pop it back and forward. Just slows the overall motion of the boat. Our speed dropped to under 2 miles per hour just by putting it in neutral. Ever feel like you're coming in to a dock too fast? A lot of times you can pop your boat into reverse also. Probably 15 yards off. Just gonna go ahead and pop it in forward again. Turn just a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and go in reverse. And back into neutral. All right.
Good so far.
We're all tied up now.
Well, it would be a stretch to call it a catch and cook, but we came to this little state park and we're actually like tied to this dock tonight. There's no signs that say we can't stay here, so we're gonna stay here. We're gonna get a trail run and a hike in the morning. Just throwing off the shore here, caught 24 little panfish, of which 3 were eating size. So we got some tiny little fillets that we'll pan fry up with some eggs tomorrow morning for a quick breakfast.
So yesterday we wanted to anchor out in a little cove that was called Lick Creek. It was like 30 or 35 miles down, I guess, up the Tennessee from the marina that we stayed at. But when we got in there, it wasn't great. It didn't have a lot of cover, and there was wind, and the water was kind of lower than what we expected because we are at winter pools. So the reason why I wanted to go there is because they have a really nice loop trail to run, and that little creek gave us access right across. But it didn't work out, so we bailed out, and then we went 3 miles down, and they had another little like cove that looked shallower from looking online, but it wasn't. It had a nice entrance. There was a boat ramp. It was a little state park, and we were able to get in there, and we actually tied up to the little floating dock boat ramp that was there. There were a couple bass fishermen, but there wasn't a lot of traffic. It was nice and secluded, and we anchored there last night. It was great. No signs that said we couldn't, so we felt comfortable doing it. And we just fished from the dock, and we caught a whole bunch of little panfish, of which just a few keepers. But anyway, we got a little bag of fish. We're gonna put it in some fish fry. I went running this morning, so I missed breakfast. So I get 2 eggs. Kenzie already had her breakfast. We're just gonna go make a little bit of rice with some onions and jalapeno and eggs, and just put these fish in real quick, and that's gonna be our lunch as we get on our way. We think we're gonna have a bigger day today. We're gonna try to get through the lock at Pickwick Lake, and then anchor out on the other side. So that's kind of the plan right now. It's beautiful. Tennessee River's pretty impressive so far. All right, so panfish breakfast slash brunch, catch and cook, sort of.
It's a stretch to use that word, catch and cook,
Hey.
but you know, they fried up nice.
Yeah, they did.